Well, Stacey Abrams has decisions to make, and she says she plans to make one of them shortly, namely whether she'll run for U.S. Senate in 2020.
Abrams lost narrowly to Governor Brian Kemp in November. She sat down with me this afternoon and admitted she has even higher aspirations. Are you going to run for president in 2020?
I do not know. I'm sorry.
So why not run? What would be the argument against running? I mean, everybody else is at this point.
I don't think you run for an office because it's available. I think you run because you're the best person.
Since losing her bid for governor in November, Stacey Abrams' star has actually risen on the national stage. She delivered the Democrats' response to President Trump's State of the Union, and she's the Democratic leadership's first choice to challenge Senator David Perdue in 2020. It seems to me that you're much more excited about being an executive, a governor or president, than about being one of 100 senators. Is that a fair observation or not?
That's a fair observation. That I've focused most of my work on the executive side, and I think that there is more immediate return on the work that I need to do. But having served in the legislative body, I understand how important a senator can be, and that's really what I'm grappling with.
Abrams told me she wants to be president, but doesn't know whether she wants it now. Do you feel as though you're qualified now?
Absolutely. The job of being the leader of the United States is one of having the insight to understand what challenges we face, the management capacity to not only manage a cabinet, but to hire the right people, very strong familiarity with our foreign policy, but the ability, again, to hire experts who can do a deeper dive, and to have a deep love of this country that's matched with an intellectual capacity to lead it, and I have those things.
Her plan was to be governor first, and she's still smarting over what she considers voter suppression by then Secretary of State Kemp. In the midterm, you got 85,000 more votes than Hillary Clinton got during the presidential campaign in Georgia in 2016. So whatever voter suppression there was, a lot of your voters were not suppressed. Do you have any second thoughts about not having given a full-throated concession to Brian Kemp?
So we have to disconnect those two. Increased voter participation does not diminish voter suppression. The capacity of voters in the state of Georgia is 6 million votes. So the fact that 3.8 million showed up does not mean that thousands and hundreds of thousands more weren't suppressed. And it's a very disingenuous argument to correlate the two. What is real is that we had 1.5 million purged. What is real is that we had 214 precincts shut down under his leadership.
And now the new director of the State Ethics Commission is promising to investigate her failed campaign. Your top aide, I want to make sure I get it right, called this insane political posturing. Is that your opinion?
I would agree. We don't know what the question is because no one's asked. This is posturing because he is an adjutant of the current governor who, for some reason, has targeted our campaign without asking for information, without following the proper protocols, and without doing the basics of communicating with us.
I also spoke with Stacey Abrams about Georgia's new voting machines, about the new heartbeat abortion law, and about how she thinks lawmakers should compromise on immigration. The full interview, 15 minutes long, will be posted tonight on my Fox 5 Facebook page. That's at Russ Spencer, Fox 5.
All right, great interview. We'll be checking that out, Russ.